What's up, guys? Welcome back to AC Designs Garage, to a blustery 40 degrees out here in the North Carolina booth. It's cold, but I want to get y'all a cool video out this week. Luckily today's Friday the 13th, so everything should just go great. It's probably not going to, but let me show you what we're going to do. This is the old standby bed, you know we've been doing. This is the bad side. This is our side that's 2 months old, that we're going to be leaving to see how she does for like a year. Sorry about the lighting, guys, it's the sun, stuff like that. Anyhow, this is the other side. It's turbo, toucan cleared. It's had, it almost looks like, I don't know if I got some purple power on it or what. It's just etched all up and looks pretty bad, guys. It really does. No reflection, just, I don't know if you can see all that stuff. I don't know what happened to it. But I can't remember, I think one of you guys left in the comments says, hey, can you buff with an Orbital sander? And I was like, I don't know, we'll try. So today I stole my wife's handy little DIY Orbital palm sander, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to attempt to wet sand and buff this bedside like we do normally. The cool thing is that the little pads, they velcro right to it that we use off our DA buffer thingy. We're gonna see if you can actually buff and polish to a mirror finish with a wood palm sander, I guess you wanna call it. I don't know. We'll see. If it don't, you'll know here in a little bit. Anyhow, let's get at it. Also, quickly, guys, if y'all are looking for one last minute Christmas gift, make sure you head on over to www.acdesignsgarage.com and scoop you up one of these rad Richardson 112 AC Designs Garage hats, very limited quantity. Also, I got a very limited quantity of the Shakemaster 4000. Y'all keep buying them up, and I appreciate it, guys. The Death Before Electric t-shirts, we're down to large and medium, so scoop you some up because they'll be gone for long, and we're gonna come out with some rad new ones with the Volkswagen on it, hopefully. So real quickly, we're gonna go over what we're gonna attempt to use. Like I said, guys, I have not tried this, but we're gonna go over this stuff here, what I got. I'm gonna list it in the description box below the video down there if y'all want to scoop you one up. It don't cost you guys any extra, and it helps the channel out a wee little bit. Be off my Amazon affiliate account. So anyhow, got that out of the way. We're going to be using the Ultra Cut 105 and 205 to polish. We'll be using the old Bauer 2019E/B Orbital palm sander. It does 12,500 orbits per minute. That's what the OPM is. We're also going to be using the 6-inch Meguiar's microfiber DA buffing pad thingies. I got the thin one and the thick one. The thin ones, the red ones like this, I always use for cutting, and the thicker ones I like to use for polishing because it don't dig as hard. Yeah, this little thing here works great. This may be a neat little trick to get in tight corners on buffing, but like I said, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Might not. Then again, it might. Our old standby Scotch Shop towels, some microfiber towels, spray wet glass cleaner, and a nasty bedside. So I may tape this thing off, I don't know, so I don't go over, so we can do a good, bad, and all that good stuff. So anyhow, here we go. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, I've got one sheet of 2500, one sheet of 1500 grit 3M wet and dry sandy paper in there, soaking in the bucket of water, ice cold water. This thing has got overspray. I don't know if it's acid rain or what in the world it is. It's got stuff all over it. When I paint my Shakemasters, this stuff sucks around the building here. It just gets all over everything. But I don't know what this white mess is all over it. Like I said, unless I was degreasing something, I'm a little concerned. This thing's pretty nasty. I'm a little concerned whether it's going to come out or not. This is going to be our experimental bedside on here. But like I said, we're going to leave the other side. See how she is 2 months. She's still looking pretty near good. Yeah, I'm hoping this old stuff will buff out, but I'm not sure. Like I said before, welcome to Friday the 13th. This ought to go grand. This side here I kind of did a little forced experimentation on with the 2K. I really hammered this thing with clear. Didn't give it correct dry times. Just trying to force it to see if it would crack or anything like that by overshooting too much at one time without letting it dry. Done pretty good. Might be some of the problems with the milky looking junk, but all right. So I may do this side. That thing's got a, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, it's got a leaf imprint, but this thing was dry. I don't know, maybe after that eating or something, a leaf stuck in it and imprinted. I don't know. This is like the worst of the worst circumstances that we're gonna be able to do here, so. All right, we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna do half of it. I just need me a stopping place here. So now I got to get cold. Oh, this is gonna be cold. All right, right off the bat, we are starting with some 1500. I like my 3M. This stuff's really good. Like I said, we'll link all this below. My little soft and firm pad, it's got 2 different stages. I like to use a sanding block when I'm sanding to get it flat. Don't want to put no finger marks in it. We're gonna see how bad this is. Really quick, like. Try not to get my boot wet. And we're going 1500 it and then 2500. Now this is a 2K clear over the turbo black Rust-Oleum. Basically all I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to flatten this thing down. Hopefully get them white drippies out of it. Not sure that they're gonna come out before I cut through, but this is a experimental thing here. There's not a whole lot of orange peel on it. It's just whatever this mess is. Where's that leaf at? See if we can yeah, that daggone white stuff, I don't know what that is. She's pretty deep in there though. Yeah, there's our leaf right there. If you guys can see that, we gotta try to get that out too. See, it's red, it's starting to turn red. That's overspray. Probably should have started with some 1000. And this stuff's deep. There should be enough clear on here that I shouldn't cut through, but if I do this a test panel, that's why you always do test panels. I'm not going all the way down. I'm probably just gonna cut it right here on the body line because my arm's already getting tired. And if you notice, my hands are pink because it's very cold. For me anyway. And being that it's cold and it's taking a little longer because of these white marks, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna go get the DA real quick. I'll be back. All right, guys, it's cold. I'm tired of freezing. So we're just gonna use the old DA sander with the 1500 grit Velcro back. I wish I had 25, I'd go on up to it, but I'm gonna have to hand do the 25, but we're gonna try to get the bulk of everything Try to get the bulk of everything done with this. I will say the reason I don't use this much is not because I don't like to use it, because it works good, because I've got an interface pad. You want that so it don't dig in, but a lot of you guys don't have them, so I try to do it a way you guys can relate to. Some of you guys have these, but not all of you, but trying to help y'all out the best I can. But yeah, it's already taken most of that out. We may have a few cut throughs just because the clear is so bad, but it's looking a little better, so we're gonna keep going. Alright guys, let's get all the water we can off before we break out the plug-in stuff. I wanna get my I think what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna get this just for safety precautions. I was wanting to get done, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish squeegeeing this off and go to lunch and let this get really dried up really well, and let this dry off, and we'll come back after getting a bean and buff. All right guys, we're back from lunch now. The pad's good and dried up, and it ain't warmed up any, but we ain't gonna have to put our hands in the cold water anymore, so we're gonna get to attempting to buff with this palm sander. I've never, like I said, I've never attempted this, so we're gonna see how it goes. So the cool thing about this thing is it's got the Velcro backing, and we got them other pads, so we're gonna get it over here. We're gonna get it sauced up. We're gonna use the thinner pad, and we're gonna start with the 105 and just give her a shot. All right guys, I don't know if it's the right or wrong way to do it, but we're just gonna, I guess, get it in the middle, or I guess, you know, we can move it if we need to get around the edge. We can put it down here, but for right now I'm gonna start dead in the middle of this thing and get us some 105 here all shook up, and give this a whirl. I never thought in my 20-some years of body work I'd be attempting to buff something with a palm sander. Although it is an Orbital, it just has very, very, very little orbits, if you want to call them that. So this is how we sauce it up, make sure we got enough on all of it, so all of it's cutting. Especially here in the areas to where that bottom piece is. Yeah, if this works, I may cut me some out that fits the little triangle shape. If we got any hard to get to places or anything like that. All right guys, we're gonna be heroes or zeros. Don't laugh if this don't work, because I'm gonna blame it on one of you guys, but this is a pretty great idea. And if you ain't got a buffer, you gotta use what you gotta use. So anyways, Heroes or zeros. Fire in the hole. Oh man. Friday the 13th strikes again. I'll be back. All right, guys, I forgot to cut it on. Or cut the switch on in there. All right, here we go. First time for everything. That's different. Pretty cool. That was real time. I ain't gonna cut any of it out so you can see. Well, guys, it polishes. Now, it ain't gonna be perfect because we are cutting through a couple layers. I wish I'd have got it all off, because right here, where it's that ugly layer of clear that was on there, it seemed to polish up pretty nice. But y'all believe that? I can't believe that worked. That's pretty cool. Like I said, done it up pretty quick and stuff. So there's a few, but this is not the polisher's fault. This is that old garbage clear that was behind it. But we have proven the point that it will buff. Let's keep going over it a little bit more. Get some more sauce on it. And it don't sling stuff everywhere either. That is pretty impressive, guys, I will have to say. All thing it does, I've noticed, is it dries it out pretty quick. I've noticed between the DA one like I use that you got to keep more sauce on her here. Keep her good and looby-doobed up. It don't like to dry out good, but pretty impressed, guys. That's pretty cool, guys. I tell you, I'm not giving it a good run with this old clear here on this side. It's not showing the full potential, but one thing it is showing is it actually will buff. I'd have never guessed it. I bet on some good clear that ain't all messed up, probably buff up pretty quick. Check that out, guys. Yeah, you got to run a little longer. I was trying to wipe it off too soon. You got to really run it until it starts to shine behind. I mean, look at that, guys. Holy smokeroonies. With a stinking palm sander that's used to sand wood. We just pulled up a mirror finish off of some garbage clear. Do you believe that? I mean, check it out, guys. I mean, you saw it. This stuff was garbage. Now, there's a few little spots here, but look at that. You can read it. You can see my ugly mug in it. That's clarity, guys. You saw this clear beforehand. It was junkaroony. So we're gonna buff a little bit more of it, and we're gonna wipe this other off so we can see before and after. But I mean, you can already see. Who would ever guess that an Orbital palm sander would get results like this? I mean, this thing was dirt cheap. I don't remember what it was. I bought it for my wife for her DIY craft stuff she does. And I was like, let's see if we can buff with it. I know you can sand with it. It'd be a little rough because it don't have an interface pad. You'd probably booger it up. But with it having this foam and stuff on here, you can come in here and cut this, get a couple of these, and it gets in these little radiuses real nice. Anyhow, let's get back to buffing. We're gonna go back and rough it up, finish buffing this panel, and we're gonna go on to the polish where we can really make it shine. Yeah, you gotta hold it on there a little longer. It's just a learning curve. Like I said, guys, we ain't never done this. We are going where no spray bomb painter has gone before. Uncharted territories. That's what we do here. Looby-doob that thing up real good. And we just keep running. Now, if it was 80 degrees out here, it would chalk up faster, but it's kind of what we're looking for. We're gonna run it over it till it starts chalking up and you start seeing a little reflection in behind it. Then we'll wipe it off. Here we go. Guys, now to the 205. We put the new thicker pad. Never mix them because you don't want to mix a compound or polish because it'll ultimately end up being a compound. You won't get your scratches out, so I always have you a separate. That's why I do the thick and thin, that way I know, because the marks will fade off these pads. But if you do one thick, one thin, you know which one's got the polish. And this won't take near as long because we're just making her look a little better. Also use your new rag. Man, look at that. Slicker than snot. Good gravy, look at that thing. I wasn't expecting this, guys. Also, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Make sure you go in there and tell me it's a crazy redneck buffing the slick black bed with a palm sander. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to see some of the nonsense I do. Like I said, more views we get, the cooler stuff we can build. And I'm wanting to build some pretty nice stuff, but we're gonna spray paint it. And I'm also I got a few video ideas coming up on how to, you know, do your body work. I've had a lot of suggestions on that, on how to bring it up, body work, primer, block it, and all that stuff. So we're gonna do some of them in the new year, so make sure you hang out with us. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm just doing like a medium pressure. We're not hogging down on this real hard because it'll dry it compound out. Yeah, show car. I've seen cars at car shows not have a look that good. Just saying. Like I said, guys, y'all didn't see me paint this over past a little bit. This is all spray paint. Rust-Oleum Turbo Can and Spray Max 2K catalyzed clear. Shoo-wee. Also, guys, I want to thank you for all the support and stuff. A lot of you guys that give the super thanks and stuff like that, that really helps us out. Buying the merch, buying the hats, the Shakemaster 4000s, all that stuff, because this is what I do for a living, guys. I don't have another job. This is my job. Trying to help you guys learn how to make something look good out of nothing. I think that's pretty good. I would wax it, but I don't think there's any point. We'd put that Griot's Garage on there, but it already looks pretty good, and I'm gonna paint it, and that's that much more stuff I gotta try to wipe off. So let's get her wiped off, all the sludge and slime wiped off this thing, and take a gander at her. Well, alrighty, guys, that's about it. It worked. I wasn't sure if it was work on this one, especially with the clear being in shape it was in with that milky, chalked up looking junk. Wasn't really sure that it was going to do, but man, was you guys impressed with the palm sander? I've never used a palm sander to buff a car in my life. Used it on wood, that's about it, but this goes to show you can use about anything. So all right, let's get her to focus. Now this is the old chalked up nasty booger looking stuff. We just come down through here, and then all of a sudden she gets nice and clear, except over here where I didn't get the chalky stuff off. You can see down in here that's going. Yep, this is just my spray paint show car paint job. Man, that's just, I wasn't sure, man. It's just crazy. But a lot of these videos I do, I'm just on a hope and a prayer, not sure if it's going to work out or not. But I would have showed you guys if it didn't work out. But this one worked out good, so go give it a try. Those are the 6-inch microfiber DA pads. One thing with that thing, I will say, it's got the hard edges, the points. Make sure you got enough pad above it, because it'll roll it. It'll roll in them creases real nice, but it'll kind of protect it, because if you got that little point sticking off of the pad, some get up on them radiuses, yeah, it might do a number. Make sure it's clean or anything like that. You need to be doing this stuff clean anyhow, but it'll work. You can see she'll grease right on up. Alright guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that quick little video on using a palm sander to buff a spray paint job to get a show car paint job. Just trying to save y'all some money, but it does work, and you can see it. And those palm sanders are cheap at the old Harbor Freight. So anyhow, make sure if you got some quick Christmas gifts you want, not sure how late you can order time out, get it out as soon as I can, but got a limited supply of these hats, got a limited supply of the paint shakers, and we got some of the Death Before Electric shirts in large and medium. If y'all want one, scoop them up. I'd appreciate it at www.acdesignsgarage.com. And remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We gone.